Go. Hello, ladies. Welcome to the full moon in Sagittarius. Today is also the flower moon. It's called the flower moon because X, Y, and Z, Ace and Wolf will tell you later. And also today is the dark goddess, or bright goddess, mother goddess day. Includes Parvati, Kali, Uma, and of course Hecate. Am I missing anybody? I don't think so. Well, Demeter also. Okay, so today we're going to focus on Hecate because it's the one that it most resembles what we're going to be talking about later. We're going to be talking about maiden mother crone and the fact that even though we may be in a specific stage in our lives, we can also be in other moments of our lives. We could be, for example, I may be a crone by age, but I'm also a mother, and sometimes I feel like a maiden and I have that creative juices going, and I'm joyful and I'm happy and I'm creative and stuff, so I become maiden like. So we could have those energies even though our age doesn't show up as such. You could be very young and still be very wise and being the crone energy. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. And later, I would like to have a sharing where anybody that isn't a crone would like to ask questions to the wise women in the group. You'll have the opportunity to sit and talk about experiences and just kind of poke into the wisdom of the group. And because a lot of us are here are crones, we can support. And then at the end, if you have divination cards and you want to play with us, we'd love to finish the circle that way. Okay, I am going to give now the stage to Connie, and she is going to open sacred space for us, or close sacred space. We're going to close the circle, call in the quarters so that we can be safe, and everything that is talked about here, we are under protection. Connie, here you go. It's up to you now.
I am trying to find it because I keep losing everything.
Check your signal. I send it to you directly.
Yes, I've got it.
Ladies, begin with a big breath. Big breath. Big deep breath. And then Connie, you got it.
Guardians of the Watchtower of the South, I do summon, stir, and call you up to protect me and our right. Kindle with me the flame of spiritual awakening. That is not right. I apologize.
There is no apology needed, Connie. Just call the quarters. Call the elements and it's fine.
All in the east. East is air. Call in the south. I'm gonna need some help, Marlu, because this did not come up right. Just forget everything I'm going with this. I'm sorry. Guardians of the watchtower of the south, I do summon, stir, and call you up to protect me in my right. Kindle within me the flame of spiritual awakening. Guardians of the watchtower of the west, I do summon, stir, and call you up to protect my right. Water my deepest roots that I might find peace of mind. Guardian of the watchtower of the north, I do summon, stir, and call you up to protect me in my right. Nourish me so my hopes may grow to fruition. I conceive the circle as a place of contemplation and protection, blessed by the god and the goddesses. So mote it be.
And in the center, we're going to call on Goddess Hecate to come forward to embrace each woman in the circle so that each of us can understand her own power and be lifted and empowered by the goddess. Thank you. Lisette Aislinn Wolf, if you would please come forward and explain what the flower full moon means, what the full moon in Sagittarius means, and then a little bit about Hecate too, so that they would be able to embrace her.
Sure, I would love to.
Thank
Hello,
you.
ladies, and welcome to our full moon circle. So let's start by saying that this full moon is a very special full moon because it's basically it's called the flower moon because it is the last full moon of the spring. So once we go through this full moon, the next full moon, we're going to be in summer. So we're changing seasons. Okay. So this is a very special moon because this is a moon full of hope where our ancestors in the past would make sure that they gathered flowers. This is the time when the planting season would kind of kick in and lots of flowers would grow, the trees would blossom, we would start to see the first fruits, right, of the season. And we're going right into the summer, right? And the summer is very fruitful, of course, where that's where the big harvest starts, and you start to see more flowers and more trees and more fruits and vegetables and all of the above. So this is very correlated with the whole concept of new beginnings, new life that is springing, right? From the winter, from the frozen winter, slowly we went through Imbolc. Then we, of course, had our spring equinox. We had Beltane, and now we're slowly kind of like gliding into the summer solstice. That's the next major holiday that you could say that in the wheel of the year that we're going to be experiencing. And so this is the very last full moon where we are technically still in spring. And then once this passes, we're definitely going into summer. So that's one of the reasons why this is a very special full moon. Now, it's also a full moon in Sagittarius. So Sagittarius is a season, or it's a sign, actually, is what I want to say. It's a sign that is all about expansion, right? It's ruled by Jupiter. So it's the planet of expansion. It's the sign of like money coming in, expansion coming in, all positive things. Can be negative as well, as we all know that there's always two sides to every coin, but we try to focus the best that we can on the beauty that comes in and on the abundance, right? That's where our manifestation power is going to come in, where we're going to use that power of Jupiter to expand the good things that we have and bring in even more, right? So that's one of the beautiful things about having a full moon in Jupiter, not to mention that Jupiter is also about higher learning, it's about wisdom, right? And it's about traveling and it's about nature. So it's all the beautiful things of life. Who doesn't want to travel? Who doesn't want to experience nature in all its beauty? And who doesn't want to learn and have wisdom in their life and have that concept of being one with the universe? So that's one of the beautiful things that a full moon in Jupiter is expanding in our life and making it very evident that that is the energy that we are collecting. That is the energy that is coming toward us. So it would be a good thing to look, where does Sagittarius fall in your personal natal chart? If you have access to your natal chart, it'd be good to see, where does Jupiter fall? And that is something to consider for this full moon, which, by the way, is going to be on Thursday, May 23rd. At 9:35 in the morning, I believe, Eastern Standard Time, is when when that full moon will be fully entering Sagittarius. And for those that don't know, we are now in Gemini season. Gemini season literally started yesterday. So Taurus season is over. All of you beautiful Taurians out there, hope you had a beautiful season. Hope you enjoyed it, because now it's Gemini's turn. And Gemini is a sign that is very much linked to the goddess, right? So Gemini, there's a correlation of the goddess with Gemini. So Gemini is a pretty special sign as well. And lastly, I want to focus on the goddess that we are highlighting today. So who's Hecate? Hecate is a very special goddess. Some people call her Hecate, some people call her Hecate. There's many different ways of saying her name. But she's a beautiful goddess. She's very special. She is a liminal goddess, which means that she has what we call the keys to all the worlds. So this is a goddess that is a goddess of the heavens. She's a goddess of the underworld, or the land of the dead, the land of the spirits, our ancestors. She is also a goddess that rules over pretty much every realm. So where does Hecate come from? Hecate, the modern day way of looking at Hecate is, we consider her to be primarily a Greek goddess, or goddess of the Greek pantheon. But in reality, Hecate's origins are so ancient. They say that she originally may have come from Turkey. She may have come from the area of Bulgaria. There's many different theories of where Hecate might have originated from. But she is now very much incorporated into the Greek pantheon, and she's considered a Titan, meaning that she is part of the original gods that gave birth to the 12 Olympian gods, which are the gods of Greece, right? The Greek gods and goddesses. So this is one of the reasons why she's very special. She has a lot of knowledge and a lot of wisdom. And it's funny because in the ancient information that we have found on Hecate, in her original way of focusing on Hecate, she's always been considered a maiden, believe it or not a crone. But in the more modern way of looking at Hecate, right, throughout the years, and the way that she was focused on in the Greek pantheon, we started to see that model of maiden, mother, and crone, and we started to associate her more with the crone. And the reason for associating her more with the crone is because she is very associated to the dark moon. So usually most people that are devotees of Hecate focus on her energy as being the energy of the new moon, or the energy of the dark moon. But we are focusing on her this month in the full moon. And the reason why is because there is a modern celebration or holiday where Hecate gets honored in the full moon of May. And the reason why is because of her ancient tradition of seeing her as a maiden, and now seeing her as a crone, or seeing her transition into that maiden mother crone model. We welcome her in all of her different aspects. And because this is a moon that is focused on nature and on spring, and it is the last moon of spring, they decided that this was a good moon to celebrate her in all her glory, in all her fullness. So this is one of those exceptions where we focus on her in the new moon, but we also focus on her in the full moon, specifically in the month of May. So there's a very famous author, her name is Sorita de Estes, who writes about Hecate. She's considered one of the world's leading experts on Hecate, and she wrote a book called Her Sacred Fires. And this book was written about this, the theme of focusing on Hecate during the springtime and that connection, because we always think of Hecate as in the winter, in the cold, and like Samhain, but she wanted to highlight the fact that she's everywhere, right? She's Samhain, but she's also spring. She's a liminal goddess. So she is pretty much in all seasons. So this is the reason why, one of the reasons why this holiday came about. It's called the Rite of Her Sacred Fires. So today we're focusing on her and honoring her, since this is our full moon, right? Our full moon celebration of the month of May. So this is the reason why we're highlighting on Hecate, and she's a beautiful goddess. If you have an opportunity to read about her and make a connection to her, highly, I highly encourage it. She's beautiful. I'm a big devotee of Hecate. She's one of my main goddesses. I absolutely love her, and I love every aspect of her. I love her in all her aspects. And I want to give the highlight now to Deborah, who is going to go a little deeper into the explanation of the Maiden Mother Crone. And I believe she has a beautiful meditation for us as well. So Deborah, can't wait to hear it.
Thank you, excellent. I do have a share screen to read, or maybe you guys could read with me. Let me figure out how to share screen. Oops, I can't do it.
I just made you
Post-
co-host. You can do it
Oh
now.
yeah, try it now.
Yay. Okay. Oh, cool. First time for everything. Okay, where am I? How do I find it? I will find it. I am brave. I will find it.
While you look
It's
for it, I just want to
yeah.
mention that full moon in Sagittarius. What did you say, Lisette, was full moon in Sagittarius? That it what? It's what? Expansive?
Yeah, it's
Expansive.
expansion, because there's a connection to Jupiter, which is a planet of expansion.
So
Rules Sagittarius.
I want all of you to go from being down like this to lifting up and putting your shoulders back, and then open up to what's coming for your life and bring a smile to your face. And then while you're bringing that smile to your face, try to think bad. It's not going to happen. Just try to think something bad about yourself. Watch how everything just goes away. And this is how we're going to be bringing in the season, with our shoulders back, our chin up, and a smile in our face, because we know what's coming is great, it's grand, and it's for us.
I'm
Thank you.
working on it. Keep
Thank
going. I will get this. I can read it, but I just wanted to share the screen, and it's my first.
I have the
second.
screen. Hold on. I
I
have the
sent you, so if you could,
yeah. I'll do it for you. I'll
Uh,
do
The
it for
second
I,
you.
time I've played share screen, so I
Yeah.
get to practice more. Yeah.
I hear you, Deborah. I'm not very techy, so I feel you. I truly do. I really do.
So I'm gonna present it, and then you just read it, and
Okay.
let me get this out of the way here. There you go.
Gotta have this. I can't make it. I made myself shrunk. Oh, there I am. Okay. I didn't want to hit close. Yay, thank you for rescuing. It takes a village sometimes. So, real quick, anybody want to read this? There's 3 slides. This is slide 1, or I'll
I'll
read.
read.
Oh, good, please.
The maiden, a radiant bloom in life's tapestry, pirouettes with the vigor of the vernal breeze. Her laughter, a melody that enchants the very fabric of existence, mirrors the hues of a new day. She embodies the essence of promise, the guardian of aspirations, and the herald of countless tomorrows. Under the crescent moon's tender gaze, her tail unfurls, beckoning us to embrace the waltz of potentials. Whether youth graces her form or merely her soul, the maiden's call resonates with the daring adventures nestled within each of us.
Thank you, Connie. And I looked up the flowers for each of the archetypes, and that's why there's daisies surrounding the maiden's presentation. Thank you, Connie. Next. Who would like to read the mother?
I can read the mother.
J. Rose, you don't want to do? Yeah? No? Aislinn, go ahead. That'd be wonderful. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. The mother, the embodiment of love and strength, nurtures the seeds sown by the maiden. With grace and determination, she labors to bring dreams to fruition. Her hands, both gentle and firm, shape the future with care. In the luminescence of the full moon, her story reaches its zenith, a testament to the power of creation. Ageless in her wisdom, the mother reminds us that our passions, be they for flesh or fantasy, require devotion to truly flourish.
Mhm.
Ooh, that reminds
Thank
me of my favorite Billy Idol song, Flesh for Fantasy.
you.
Anyway, sorry.
Go for it. And next is the crone.
I'll read again.
Okay, Connie, thank you.
The crone, the wise woman of the waning moon, guides us through the twilight of our endeavors. She is the keeper of mysteries, the one who understands that every ending is but a prelude to a new beginning. Her eyes have witnessed the cycles of time, see beyond the horizon of mortality. In her, we find the courage to let go, to embrace change, and to trust in the renewal that follows. The crone teaches us that wisdom comes not from years, but from depth of experience.
Thank you, Connie.
You're welcome.
And thank you for your support, Lou Marie, Lou Mira. I don't know. That's beautiful.
So we take a moment to think about where we're at in this journey of ours. And I want you to think about the moon, the waning moon, the waxing moon, and the full moon. Mother is the full moon, just because she's full of life and creator.
Mhm.
The maiden is the waxing moon, little beginning her journey, and crone is the waning moon, finishing or completing the journey. And with that, I'm going to have Deborah guide us through a meditation that will help us to embody all three aspects, all three archetypes of the goddess. And then we're going to, after we embody this, then we're going to be able to share with each other what came through. Because what happens is in these meditations, we might start feeling one way. And when we end, we start to recognize another archetype coming through to help us reach our fullest potential. It's all yours, Deborah.
All right. So if you're able and not driving or whatever, sit back and get comfortable, lie down if you want. It's about 5 minutes, so it's not a long one, so however comfortable you'd like to get. And invite you to close your eyes. And let's all take a deep breath in and release it. Let's do that one more time and release it with a big sigh. I want to hear everybody or see everybody. And just sit in peace for a moment. Breathe normally, and with each breath, feel yourself becoming more grounded, grounded into the earth, as if roots are extending from the base of your spine deep into the earth. With every exhale, release what no longer serves you. Visualize a silver crescent moon rising in the night sky. Feel the energy of the maiden within you, full of potential and new beginnings. Imagine yourself dancing in a field of wildflowers, embodying her youthful spirit and creativity. The moon is now glowing full and bright above you. You see her? You embrace the nurturing energy of the mother. Feel her strength and love as you visualize yourself bringing forth life, be it a child, a project, or a dream. Sense the fulfillment of giving and sustaining life. And as the moon wanes into the dark crescent, you now connect with the wisdom of the crone. Reflect on the cycles of your life, the transformations you have experienced. Acknowledge the endings that have made way for new beginnings. And feel the peace that comes with this understanding. So now I invite you to see all three aspects of the goddess within you: the maiden, the mother, the crone. And recognize that you carry their energies and wisdom. I invite you to take a final deep breath, feeling an integration of these powerful archetypes. And when you're ready, gently open your eyes, returning to this present moment, inspired and ready to engage.
Thank you,
Welcome back,
Deborah.
sisters.
Thank you.
I am going to open up the floor for sharing of a personal nature, and therefore I'm going to stop the recording so that it stays here. So we have done the sharing, and already people are starting to leave, and now there's going to be a card that's going to be pulled for the collective sisterhood. And on Ethan, could you also pull one for the collective here? And then we're going to return the elements to their home. Go ahead.
Okay. So I'm gonna pull a card from the deck Angels and Ancestors from Kyle Gray. It's one of my it's one of my favorite decks. I love this deck. So this deck has a little bit of everything, you know. If you're into ancestors, you're into angels, you're into they're all here. So this is a really cool deck. So I'm gonna go ahead and shuffle it, and this is gonna be a card for all of the ladies. Um, like Beyonce would say, right? All the single ladies, but all the ladies that weren't here. And so I'm gonna pull a card for you so you don't feel neglected, especially on a full moon in Sagittarius. So, card that I'm pulling is the White Witch. Be the light. I'm gonna show you the card. It's a really beautiful card, actually. Really, really nice card. So, be the light. So, I'm going to read you a little bit because you know how it is with oracle cards. I like to also get the author's perspective because, you know, I can talk for hours, but let's see what she has to say. So, White Witch. Okay, page 86. All right, so White Witch, what does she have to tell us today? I've gotten this card a lot. This is a nice card. So White Witch, it says, take the higher road, choose the light. Remove yourself from lower energy experiences. Isn't that interesting? So we talked a lot about that. So the White Witch card represents the maiden aspect of the triple goddess. Wow, of paganism and modern Wicca. The maiden is a gentle, innocent, and pure aspect of the goddess, a loving soul who wants nothing more but the best for the whole world. Here she is joined by a horned owl, showing that she is willing to respect those with more wisdom and experience than what she has. She's also willing to trust what she feels to be the right thing. With this card, you are being reminded of the goddess within you. So the extended message is no matter what is happening to you or around you, you have a choice. Choose not to be pulled into drama, bickering, or energies that are just going to limit your joy. If you are surrounded by people who are hostile towards you or someone else that you're in a genuinely negative situation, perhaps in your workplace, you're being invited to be the light. You are an incredible person who can bring light into the world. So how can you change this energy? How can you reflect the conversation and change it to love? How can you protect yourself? How can you help the person that is being picked on? Or are you the one that is guilty of causing drama? You will know the answers. Know that you are being encouraged to shine the light you were born to share. So ladies, no drama. Be the White Witch. So this is the card for all you ladies that were not here on the call. And I hope that that resonates with you. I hope that's something that you could think about until we meet again, until the next circle. And I don't know if Marlou or anybody has anything they want to add to that, but that
We're
is
just
the
going
card
to
I pulled
close.
for you.
We're going to complete and return the elements back to their
Okay.
source. We want to thank Hecate for being present tonight. We thank you for your power, for your protection. You may stay until we're finished with all the elements, and then if you'd like to go, we welcome you always. I ask now for the element of air to return to its source. Thank you for coming, for bringing us knowledge and bringing us intellect and the breath. I thank now the element of earth for being present, for grounding us, for keeping us stable, for reminding us of our responsibilities. You may return to your source. I thank now the element of water, the flow, the feminine, your psychic senses, the psychic senses that have been opened, the third eyes that have been opened tonight. Thank you for coming. You may now return to source. And I thank the fire for being present, for bringing us desire, bringing us dance, bringing us passion, bringing us creativity and transformation. Thank you for being present. You may now return to source. And with that, we are now open and concluding tonight's circle. Thank you all for coming. It's been so beautiful to explore the maiden, mother, and crone within all of us. And I hope that you continue exploring these beautiful archetypes in your own time every day. Remember to maintain your shoulders up, chin up. You are desirable, you are loved, and you have everything you need. No limitations. You're capable of everything. Keep it up. Thanks for coming. Night.
Good night, everybody, and remember, be the white witch.
Good night. Bye.
Good night.